This is Mario once again with MIA Microflight, and I've been working on these trees and all these little extra accessories for the buildings that you see here. And this is part of the turbo racing track that I developed for the turbo racers, which you see in the back there. There's the bridge already. I have already printed the track, and it's just a matter of completing the buildings that I've been working on. This is a series of three buildings with an underpass, all done in as a glass structure. These are all lit up buildings, fully illuminated. This is this sort of a garage here. I just finished this one, putting the windows with the frame in there. Came out pretty nice. This one is also illuminated. And I also have the track, which is illuminated by those little LED lamps. And so I've been playing around with trying to see what I can use for to create a grass surfaces. And I have this material that I use for my foosball table. And I think I'm going to use this just to keep it very simple and and easy. I don't want to spend too much time. As you can see, these trees, I've also 3D printed these trees. I've been playing around with just flat surfaces to obtain my trees. As you can see, here's a palm tree. This is what makes more sense. At least if you want to build these things really quick. I actually found out that somebody else had done a 3D printed palm tree. After I did these, I went online and because I've been trying to see who else has been doing something similar, and I found somebody else has 3D printed palm trees. But I tend to do it my way, and so you'll see some differences if you compare my stuff with what's out there. I don't think I've seen trees 3D printed in the way that I'm seeing here, but once you get something like this printed flat, it's very easy just to fold this with a little bit of heat just to give it a little more shape, and that's how I did the palm trees there. Very simplistic. I mean, just to give it a little more realism. I'm not looking for total scale realism, although this is done at 1/76 scale. That is true, to the size in proportions with those little 1/76 turbo racers. These are actually dollar store items here that you see here. These little trucks. This is more in scale with that 1/76 scale. However, this little fire engine or fire car is not. As you can see, it's a little bit bigger. But if I hadn't told you that, you probably wouldn't notice that too much. I actually bought two additional trucks because those are in scale with these guys here. And I also found this little helicopter at the dollar store. Just looking for odds and ends that I can add to give this a little more interest once this is complete. But I think I'm going to use this material here for the grass, and I will be blending this with along with some sidewalks that I'm going to be creating. Those will probably be either foam or gray foam or 3D printed sections. So you can see that palm tree. I have that block there that's acting as my base for the palm trees, and I have a similar one behind there that's done in white. And I did it because just to speed up the process here. But those can be painted, to match, to be a little more organic. I have some little rocks, real rocks that I added there just to see how that would look, and I think it's looking pretty nice. The idea with these little trees is if you go to a mall or any place that has buildings, and there's a lot of office buildings. You'll see trees and done with in a similar way, with these big bases, that hold the trees and the flower pots. So that was my approach when I did these little trees here. And so I think it's coming along pretty good. The tower is also illuminated. I have some other videos that I did earlier where I show these buildings illuminated. I just finished this one, and I'm working on the hexagonal one. There's like I said, there's a series of 4 buildings in that area where the track wraps around. If you've seen my videos, the CAD layout, you'll know what I'm talking about. I did redesign the area for the lake. I have a little lake in the track, and it was taking too much room. I think it's way overkill on one side. So I removed half of it. I made the lake shorter, and that way I can balance the other side with some additional buildings. I don't know the shape of the building just yet, but I will be sketching it in the upcoming days, and we'll be putting it in the CAD, and then from there I'll just work on the model. So I have to do the hexagonal building as well as the underpass, which is clear, just a glass underpass. I also have an underpass with clear canopy over the track, and just to give it a little more interest, and also to balance it with these windows. These are blue tinted plastic windows that I use for these buildings here. I was going to 3D print, but I didn't have that color. Is in a translucent PLA, so I decided to just use this material here. I use this material for making clear windshields, or for my canopies, for my radio control models, my ultralights, microlights, auto gyros, that type of thing. So I use that to vacuum form, the canopies from there, and it creates a very nice a canopy windshield from that material, that blue one there. And I was going to do it in clear, like this building right here. Actually, this is Mylar that I use here. I have tons of Mylar because some material that I used to buy, the carbon plastic ABS carbon laminated ABS materials. They used to come with a protective sheet of Mylar, and so I ended up keeping all the Mylar. So I have a lot of Mylar. It's a kind of thin Mylar, but it worked pretty nice in this building here. And the trick is to I'm trying to be as flexible here, and not remain totally in locked by rules of 1-to-1 scale. So this is more freestyle in a way, and that's the way I like approaching these projects, because they're for fun. I don't want to spend a lot of time here. There are people that do scale model trains, and I mean, oh my God, they spend years, just building the scenery. I don't have that time, and even if I had, I like working with things that are, more easily, and easy to manufacture, easy to assemble, and in the end, it looks the part. And if it satisfies, the myself, which is, from a visual point, that's what it matters. I'm not trying to satisfy other people's tastes and likes. If you like this, fine. If you don't, well, that's okay too. But I like to get creative with things, and I think this is coming along pretty good. So anyway, this is where I'm at, and I just have this laid out here because I don't have the track board just yet. I don't want to buy the board just yet until I'm done with all these parts. Once I get all these parts done, then I'll go buy the board and work it. I'm also going to need to make some room for that 8x4 sheet. It's going to be a pretty big size layout here for this track that I have. Check out my video, of the CAD model of my track with these micro racing cars, and just can't wait to finish this so that I can run these little guys, with I plan on putting a little camera there, and so we can run them FPV even. I think that would be interesting, to just go around the track, with an FPV camera and just, go through the curves, underpasses, and go around the buildings, make it look like you're driving around the city. I think it's going to be pretty cool. So anyway, this is where I'm at. Stay tuned for more.